These are the artifacts of said work.
As an important historical artifact, it belongs...
Artifact of a higher dimension that we can't consciously perceive.
I've seen some of your fossils and artifacts.
No artifacts.
Well, nobody ever called it
The pyramid mine because you found alien artifacts inside.
Touching of the historical artifact.
Dad works in the Ministry of Magic, in the misuse of Muggle artifacts office.
They're looking for artifacts. They want to protect the historic pieces.
I have just now confiscated a rather curious artifact from Mr. Potter.
These are the artifacts of said work.
Wow, those are great. How old are
way. As an important historical artifact, it belongs...
To Harry.
And some artifact of a higher dimension that we can't consciously perceive. I'm drawn across the...
Treasure of fossils and artifacts. I've seen some of your fossils and artifacts. They're worth...
There's your Minister of Science.
No record, no artifacts. Only a story that, to put it...
You're calling you a grave robber.
Well, nobody ever called the recovery of the artifacts.
What is
King
it?
Tut's
You're in the...
Any comments, sir, on the rumor that you closed the pyramid mine because you found alien artifacts inside?
There's a lot better places than the dumb waiter. No! Touching of the historical artifacts.
9. Right. Dad works in the Ministry of Magic, in the misuse of Muggle artifacts office. Dad loves Muggles. Thinks they're
For contemporary art?
They're looking for artifacts. They want to protect the historic pieces. Huh?
It's an honorable thing at the time.
I have just now confiscated a rather curious artifact from Mr. Potter. Take a look, Lupin. It's supposed to be...
The Nazis have had teams of archaeologists running around the world looking for all kinds of religious artifacts. Hitler's a nut on the subject.
Let's take a look at some of the homosexual artifacts I dug up laying at the scene.
Take whatever else you want.
Of course.
And should you be lucky enough to find the artifact there, handle it with the utmost care.
Found gold in quantity. Except for the few artifacts they gave us as a sign of their submission.
Lost since the time of Christ. An artifact it was said the church would kill to possess.
Did they find it, this?
How can I help you?
I was just checking out these artifacts. They tell me you're the expert.
You...
It's been just 1 week. Already they're treating him like some dusty old artifact to be shelved away.
That cross is an important artifact. It belongs in a museum. Run back and...
Death matches and artifact hunts are a good way to coin snatch, but depending on your level of armor...
It's mainly academic. As you know, this sort of artifact sometimes contains hidden text.
Captain, the artifact was on the ship the whole time.
Well, I couldn't afford to get caught with it.
I'll give you a hand.
Would you have some relic, an artifact, which reminded of your early...
And with some cheap wine. The planning part had to do with the artifacts he wanted found on him by later archaeologists.
A little artifact, a little erotic artifact that I brought up from the city, which I think is going to be perfect. I just...